The resurfacing of traditional Mi'kmaq values can sometimes present difficulties.
I feel denied. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I do feel that I missed out on something. You know, the whole not so much the song and dance, but the language. My grandfather, I did hear him speak a bit, but I learned later in life why he didn't speak it, is because there's influence of his wife, you know, who was not of First Nations either, and usually it's the mothers that raise and rule the roost, I guess, in a way, right? You know.
In that one?
Yeah. Oh.
Unfortunately, you know, I didn't see the need to carry it on, you know, and I didn't see the importance of holding on to it at the time, and because I didn't see it, right? You know, yeah, I didn't, you know, like I say, it wasn't that at home.
It's an impact on their identity. They feel that they're at a loss when they lose the language. You lose a lot of concepts that don't translate very well into English. The English language uses harvesting. But in the Mi'kMaq language, it's like Nadugdalink, which is it's just a concept that you only take things that you would need and use, and you wouldn't take any more than that. Like I wouldn't go and gather blueberries, and because there's a lot of blueberries there, I decide to take them all. I would just go and gather the ones that I would need and the ones that I would use. And I would leave some there for other people, or leave them there for the animals, or like the bears or whatever.
We jig salmon, yes, but we never took no lot of salmon. We jig 3 or 4 for supper, right? And next day you want some, you go back in. There's a man coming from outside one time and put a net across one and got 17 barrels of salmon. We never took that in 20 years.
I grew up listening to my mother telling me stories about our culture, about the family, some history. They would tell us stories about little people. They would tell us stories about supernatural people, stories about Glooscap, how he shaped the land. They would talk about their ancestors and how they would fight against the Mohawk. They were enemies of the Mi'kMaq at one point in time. They would say that their grandfather was a Ginup, or a super strong man, and how he would lift barrels and carry them on ships, and how he would hide that strength from other people. But they also talked about plants, medicinal plants, and stories like that as I was growing up. When I got into high school, I began to read a lot. I used to get permission from my French teacher that I'd be able to go to the library, because I explained that I didn't need the French language because I was already bilingual. And they would allow me to go to the library, and I read up a lot about Sioux culture, or Blackfoot culture, or Ojibwe cultures, because I was just curious. And while I was reading in high school, I also came across some material on Mi'kMaq culture.
The idea of this wealth accumulation of whether it be money or animals, meat, it doesn't have any bearing in our culture. I think it's because it's this idea of competition, which is also a foreign idea, wanting to be better at something, and wealth is basically the outcome of being better at something, whether it's hunting or trading. No one would be hungry in the community, because if you had meat, you'd share it with the community. And it's only been lately that this idea of wealth has come into play in our community.
Well, I think it's telling wider society that capitalism isn't the main objective. It doesn't have to be the main objective in life. Accumulation of wealth doesn't have to be the main focus in life. That there can be appreciation for other life. There can be appreciation for the moment that we live now and not to worry so much about the future. It's a more comprehensive outlook. You're not just thinking about yourself anymore. You think about your family, you think about your community, you're thinking about the region in general. You're not even focused on your own species. You're looking at animal life, you're looking at plant life, you're looking at the condition of water. You're even concerned about the planet itself, the sustainability of the planet. I find you don't receive that in a Western knowledge or a Western focus. But a lot of Indigenous people, not just in Canada, but around the world, they have that type of focus. They have a broader focus on life.
Get more from the Open University. Check out the links on screen now.